Folks, so what we're doing today is we're making some breakfast sausage. So I have my Owens here, my cast iron skillet, and we're going to get started. So first step that I like to do, I'm going to go ahead and turn my skillet on. And we're going to do right at about 6. Alright, so if you notice here, it's pointing to this bottom left burner, so I know this is the correct burner. So that's step number 1. My next step is I have the sausage here, and I'm going to grab scissors, and if you'll notice this little metal ring here on the top, I'm going to cut around the metal ring as best as I possibly can until it pulls open here. A few more cuts. And one last one, final one, maybe. Okay, it's not going to cut. So, but the package is open. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and place all the meat onto my plate right in front of me. I use this reverse method because it seems to work sometimes. But if you'll notice, you do have a little bit of sausage, so you can just pull it off with your fingers. You will have to wash your hands anyways because you're touching raw meat. Alright, once we're there, let's pull this rest of the sausage off. That's going to be our step number 2. So I have the meat on the plate. Now what we're going to do is we're going to start plating patties. So remember, patties, I'm not trying to make anything too large. The palm of my hand's good enough for me. Squeeze it together, put the meat together, and then you have your first patty. And I'm going to set it to the side. And then grab some more. Same idea. Put the meat together, roll it in your hand. About the size of your palm. Maybe about 1 inch thick. I'm going to keep doing this until all of the sausage is gone and we've made many different patties. So I just got done touching the meat, so you should definitely wash your hands. Turn on the water. Make sure you soap. Put back and forth. Any part of your skin that touched the raw meat, go ahead and wash. Whether that's the top of your hands, whether it's the inside of your hands. Once all the soap is gone, you go ahead, turn the water off, reach down, grab me a towel, and then I'm ready to move on to the next step. So my cast iron skillet's pretty hot. Just like we said, we turned it on 6. It got a little too hot, so we dropped down the temperature to the 4. And then what we're going to do is we're going to place the patties into the skillet. Now if you'll notice, I made a couple different sized ones. And that's just my preference. You can place them in whatever size you would like. Some are the smaller, and then I got 3 medium size. My sausage here is cooking. I can see there's a grayish layer on most of the patties. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and grab my spatula, reach under, and then turn it. Reach under, flip it. Okay, same thing. I'm going to reach under the patty, and I'm going to flip it. Take your time here. It doesn't have to be fast. Reach under, flip it. Reach under, and flip. Last one, reach under, and flip. Okay, now notice they did move out of their placement, so you can push them back into their original placements. And then we're going to sit here and we're going to wait until the layer on the bottom browns just like the ones right here in front of you. Okay, so I just flipped the patties and I have grease and raw meat on this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it to the sink and we're going to go ahead and wash it. So I'm going to put a little soap. Okay, go. So it has grease and raw meat on it, so I'm going to grab a little bit of soap on my sponge, just like so. I'm going to scrub the brush because it did touch raw meat here. So the spatula is getting soap applied to it. Turn on the water, and then it should wash the soap right off. Just like so. Turn the water off once you're done, and then you use your hand towel to dry it. Alright, pro tip, if you want your sausage to cook a little faster, you can put a little pressure on the top of it. What it is it's thinning out the meat. And when you thin out the meat, it spreads the meat so that it can cook on more surfaces because the surface is hot, right? So what we're wanting to do is we're wanting to spread the meat outward and then it'll cook faster. Pro tip. Alright, so I'm going to flip the sausages just to make sure, see how it's brown on the outside. So that one's going to be ready to go. I'll place it in my little container. I'll check here, this one here. Same idea. It's brown. Pull it out. One in the middle. This one's definitely cooked. Pull it out. Do this until all sausages are out of the plate.